Hello, you are watching Forex-trader calendar on ИнстаФорекс TV channel with me, Екатерина Стихина. Early next week, all eyes will be turned to the following macroeconomic events. On Tuesday, the Reserve Bank of Australia will publish its June decision on the key interest rate. Analysts suppose that the benchmark rate will be kept unchanged at the level of 1.75%. During the meeting that took place on May 3rd, the regulator unexpectedly cut the key rate by 25 basis points to 1.75%. The decision was made amid the data that reflected weak inflation pressure. The latest inflation figures turned out to be unexpectedly low. The forecast is low too. Besides, there are signs that in 2016 the economic growth will be more moderate than in the previous year. Moreover, the labor market has been showing a mixed dynamic. Besides, on Tuesday, Germany will publish the industrial production data for April. It is expected that the indicator's growth accelerated to 0.6% on a monthly basis. In March, Germany's industrial production declined more than expected compared to the previous months. The drop was looked both in manufacturing and construction sectors. Thus, the indicator decreased by 1.3% against the forecast of a 0.2% fall. Nevertheless, in the first quarter, Germany's industrial production advanced by 1.8% compared to the last quarter of the previous year. Moreover, an increase in the number of new orders and improvement in corporate expectations pointed to the activity growth in the future. On Wednesday, Japan will reveal the GDP data for the first quarter. Economists suppose that the indicator rose by 0.5% compared to the previous 3 months. According to the preliminary estimates, in the first quarter 2016, the Japanese economy expanded by 0.4% compared to a 0.4% drop in the last quarter of the previous year. The economic growth was boosted by an increase in consumer and government spending and a rise in exports. Consumer spending, which accounts for about 60% of GDP, rose by 0.5% compared to the previous quarter, whereas government spending advanced by 0.7%, exports grew by 0.6%. Besides, the following macroeconomic data will see the light of day early next week. On Tuesday, Eurozone will report on GDP and Canada will unveil the PMI figures. On Wednesday, China will disclose the trade balance data and Switzerland will report on inflation. Besides, the UK will publish the industrial production data. You have been watching Forex-trader calendar. You have been watching Forex-trader calendar on InstаФорекс TV channel. Stay tuned with us.